Model guns in Japan profiled by Lucifer 7922. This video introduces a Japanese toy gun. The toy guns I introduce are called model guns in Japan. It is called a cap gun by the world standard, but I call it a model gun. This time, we would like to introduce COLT 25 Auto. This model gun is manufactured and sold by Japanese toy gun maker Marushin Industry Co., Limited. This is an assembly kit resold in the fall of 2020, made of heavyweight resin. I purchased it by mail order in November 2020. The price including the spare cartridge is about $130. This video introduces the assembly process in test shooting, but I cannot translate the assembly process into English correctly. So just look at the image and imagine. Also, the notation of parts is simply a translation of the part name described in the instruction manual. I also made a parts list, but this is just a simple translation. If you have any problems, please write them in the comments. The instruction manual and parts list in English are posted on my blog, so please use them when maintaining used products. First, copy the instruction manual, and make sure you have all the parts. There are no missing parts, but as with past products, there was an error in the instruction manual. The instruction manual is the latest version, but the attitude of this manufacturer does not seem to change. Put the parts in a plastic bag. This is done to spray the parts with oil. Spray inside the bag to prevent the room from being contaminated by oil spray. Do it outdoors as much as possible. 1. Temporary assembly of slide and frame. This process is done to confirm the combination of slide and frame before full-scale assembly. Rails should not be specifically polished unless they are significantly bad. And not only in this process, cutting of the sliding surface should be minimized, because it is very difficult to return to the original volume. In this process, the subframe is also temporarily assembled to the frame, but the subframe is taken out from the frame after the work is completed. 2. Incorporate magazine safety into the frame. It can be easily installed by using the assembly jig according to the instructions in the instruction manual. 3. Incorporate subframes into frames. Simply insert the subframe into the frame, but carefully observe the instructions in the instruction manual. If there is a burr, it needs to be scraped off. 4. Incorporate the magazine catch into the frame. As with the past assembly, the fitting hole is corrected with a suitable drill or drill bit in this assembly work. 5. Connect the hammer and hammer strut. Use a center drill to fix the connecting holes in the hammer strut. The literal translation of "subusu" is a crash. Use superglue in consideration of disassembling later. 6. Incorporate the hammer into the frame. Use a center drill to correct the area around the ejector mounting holes. Correct the inner diameter with a drill bit. Correct the inner diameter of the mounting holes of the frame and subframe with a drill bit. Insert the ejector at the position of the red arrow in the image. There is no problem if you correct the mounting holes of each part and work according to the instructions in the instruction manual. 7. Incorporate sear into the frame. Cock the hammer, fix it with a rubber band, and use a drill bit to correct the inner diameter of the sear mounting hole. Insert sear spring between the frame and the subframe. Hold the sear spring with the sear and fix the sear with the sear pin. The actual work is not difficult. 8. Connect the trigger and the trigger bar. Connect the trigger bar to the trigger with a small pin while compressing the trigger bar spring. Be careful not to lose parts. 9. Incorporate the trigger into the frame. Since it cannot be expressed in words, please imagine the work procedure from the image. I tried to temporarily assemble the grip and check if the hammer falls, but the magazine gets caught in the middle. The trigger bar and the magazine were colliding. There seems to be a problem with how to attach the trigger bar. The groove of the trigger is 2 mm. The thickness of the trigger bar is 1 mm. It seems that the gap is too large. Glue washers to fill the gap. It is now possible to insert the magazine smoothly. Also, the difficulty of incorporating the trigger has been reduced. 10. Attach the grip. Pay attention to the direction of the medallion. 11. Insert the firing pin into the barrel. Use the cartridge to push the firing pin into the barrel. 12. Attach the firing plate to the slide. There is no problem. 13. Insert the barrel into the slide. Insert the barrel into the slide and rotate it as shown in Fig A. 14. Incorporate recoil springs and thumb safety into the frame. There are no special precautions. 15. Combine slide and frame. 16. Assemble the magazine. 19. Completion. Process 17 and Process 18 are not described in the instruction manual. Since Step 15 is the actual completion, only Step 15 will be explained. Invert and combine to prevent the firing plate from falling off. Raise thumb safety to lock the slide. Rotate the barrel clockwise from the state shown on the left image. Lower your thumb safety. Move the slide forward, insert the magazine and you're done. Compared to PPK, you can see that it is very small. Let's try shooting at once. Although it was a misfire and a cartridge ejection failure, the cause of the ejection failure was immediately understood. The claws on the firing plate are broken. This will not hold the cartridge. It is thought that it is an initial defect due to press working, but there is no choice but to give up. The frame was also damaged. After all, it is necessary to be prepared for may be damaged when igniting with a heavyweight resin model gun. The challenge to COLT 25 Auto has just begun. In the future, I will get ABS resin model gun and try again. Thank you for watching until the end. See you soon. Goodbye.